This is the world's biggest abandoned hotel. There's just one small twist. It may be haunted. Its literal name is the Abandoned Ghost Hotel, and the locals won't go near it.
Would you go there?
It's located on an island called Bali, and although it's beautiful, there may be some dark secrets beneath the surface. Because for some reason, huge projects keep getting abandoned, like this $100 million theme park. And these airplanes located in the middle of nowhere. Over the next few days, we'll be visiting 4 of Bali's most abandoned places to see if we can figure out the reasons each place was abandoned.
For an abandoned place, this looks way too beautiful in my opinion.
And to find out what lies beneath the surface. So here's the mission. Visit 4 different sites in Bali, which are an abandoned plane, a huge deserted theme park, a cave of bats, and lastly, the ghost hotel itself. I also want to try and find out if specific rumors about each place is true. Is the abandoned plane real? Nobody's been able to go inside, so maybe it's fake. Are there really 1 million bats inside the bat cave? Was the theme park actually a theme park? If it was, surely we could find some evidence. And is the ghost hotel really haunted? Let's see if we can confirm or deny these rumors. The first place we were going to was an abandoned plane that someone left in an empty lot in the middle of the city. Weird. The legend of this plane is that a local businessman bought it and put it here, but nobody really knows why, or who the businessman even was. Planes are not exactly cheap either, so with no other info on it, my head was saying this was fake and a made-up place for tourism. As we got closer, I began to see the plane from distance. Then I noticed something else.
This is not abandoned.
It was a shisha cafe. So much for being abandoned.
Yeah, this place is not as abandoned as we thought. We're getting food here. So what did you say? This is cow.
Cow, yeah.
What part of the cow? Do you know?
I don't know.
I got a look at the plane from outside, and if it was fake, it was done up really well. There were rust spots, and even the designs looked mechanical and not paper thin. There was only one thing left to do. To my surprise, it was completely real.
Bro, this stuff looks really in condition. I could sit on one of these. I'm not even joking. This is actually better than the flight that I took to here. So, wow.
Look at this guy. What the hell?
Not only was it real, it looked like a plane that was never designed for tourism at all. For the first time in my life, I also got to see what an airplane looked like without seats, which was pretty surreal.
This is one of the craziest things that I've ever seen.
Then I went into the cockpit. There was no doubt this thing was real, because it had buttons, and I touched all of them.
Right now, I'm inside the cockpit of a plane, which is crazy because that is exactly what this is. There are so many buttons here. I would touch everything. I feel like I'm just one of those people who has to... I thought it was just like an on button and then the plane like just flew. Like, you know, just... Oh, wow. Sorry, I guess I fly for 2.
When I came back down, I wanted to ask the cafe and shisha owners who owned the plane, but they were all gone. I did ask a few questions before, but nobody seemed to know. And it was like this when they got there. So this might just be a mystery that remains unsolved. But the plane was absolutely real. On to the next location. Our next stop was an abandoned theme park called the Tommen Festival, which cost $100 million to make. It allegedly was supposed to have a massive pool, an inverted roller coaster, a 3D cinema, and even a laser show. But nobody knows why it was never finished. There are, however, a lot of rumors. Some say it fell into financial ruin. Others say it was hit by lightning on Friday the 13th in March 1998, causing too much damage. Whatever the reason was, we were going to try and find out.
For 2? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
The Tommen Festival was astonishingly huge, and on a particularly hot day, we were left to explore the abandoned place, mostly alone. We started off walking through the entrance and found a statue on the very middle of everything. On one side was a huge walkway, on the other, a building structure that gave me an idea of what the place might have once looked like.
Where do we start?
We started on the walkway and found all sorts of graffiti, some old and some new. It was beautiful and meant that although it wasn't a spot for tourists, local and international artists saw this as a place to do their work.
So I don't know if this place is necessarily haunted, but it is definitely abandoned. I mean, for an abandoned place, this looks way too beautiful in my opinion.
As we walked deeper into the festival, I tried to put together what would have been what.
This is really like being in an Uncharted game or something. I'm digging it. I'm a bit scared though. You a bit scared?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like this room I found, which was so dark we needed night vision to see anything. When we walked inside, we felt the most uncomfortable feeling of sponge on our shoes, but I pushed past and soon found myself in a very eerie looking hallway.
That doesn't look creepy at all. How you feeling?
I don't know, this place giving me the heebie-jeebies a little bit.
A little bit.
One wrong move, I might bring the whole damn house down. Who knows? Oh!
Yeah, that's a bad boy right there. That's a spider. Whatever this room was, I don't like it. I don't like this. Yeah, that's a bat.
I am not a huge fan of bats. I kept walking onwards though, and that's when things got spooky. Maybe it was just me, but when you see writing like this on a random wall of an abandoned building,
Hey, hero goodbyes.
you get the chills.
Bye, I guess. Love you, Mom. See you later, bro.
See you later, man.
Things only got creepier, reading more and more unsettling text as we got deeper and deeper into the building.
Every room tells some sort of a story, but like, I cannot imagine what the idea of this place was. Was it a hostel? Was it a sort of like a Disneyland? Or was it just supposed to be a place with rides? I'm not sure. I saw some skating things, I see some buildings, but there's rooms that looks like you sleep in them.
Eventually, we made our way back out and saw one room we would never go into.
Oh shit. Right through my face.
We walked outside and eventually came to a fork in the road, so Resh and I split up. I took Dika and we found a temple that stood by a lake. The temple seemed to be well kept and even had donations by it, indicating maybe someone had been here. I also saw this random light bulb in the middle of nowhere that was on.
Where is this electricity coming from?
That must be that building.
Oh! That's where Resh came from, so Resh must be either gone up here or...
Okay, this looks fairly creepy. This must be some kind of theory of some sort. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it sounds like someone graffitiing. Hey, bro.
Hey, where are you?
I don't know. Yeah, I saw your text. Yeah, I can come back to the entrance. I found something super creepy.
When we met back up, we found one more room, and as soon as I saw it, I knew we had the evidence we needed to show this place was indeed a theme park.
Like rubbish?
It was a spool of film laid out on the floor, and there's no camera, or film equipment, or projector, just a room with film. And just like I read in the articles, there were supposed to be theaters here, and this is just what I needed to confirm that. We took a different path up and somehow ended up on the beach, which was absolutely beautiful, and we needed it on such a hot day. And when we walked back around, we had come back to the start and conquered the Tommen Festival, a place with a super eerie vibe during the day, so I don't think anybody would be coming back here at night. The next place we went to was a temple. Its name is Goalawa, and it's built around a cave filled with bats. When we got there, we saw this amazing statue that Dika said was new. It was, of course, of a bat, and even had a lone bat inside it, which was a sign of things to come. Once we had crossed the road, we walked into the temple, and I know what you're thinking. It's not abandoned. And you're right. Stories on the internet have varied widely about this place, from it being completely abandoned to sacred, and having just a few bats to having a million bats. So we went deeper inside, and we saw gates which Dika said were usually empty. But when we went, temple goers were having a ceremony, which meant we could not go inside. I felt let down, to be honest. I couldn't get a good shot. We tried using the iPhone and zooming in, but the cave was just too dark. There was no way in. But as I was walking down, one of the temple gods invited us inside and showed us a path to see the bats. And when we got there, what we saw was incredible. I've never in my life seen so many bats before. There was something both creepy and calming, seeing a horde of bats in a cave, but such calm people below, like two species living with each other in harmony. Well, kinda. Apparently nobody's ever gone into the bat cave, and everyone has theories about what it leads to. Some say it's a shortcut to the other side of the island. Some say there's an evil creature who lives there and feasts off the bats. And Dika says,
Batman's Balinese.
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne.
It's Wayan.
Wayan.
he also taught us the word Wayan, which means firstborn, and then he used it to keep saying Bruce Wayan. He's a whole comedian. Anyway, on to the next location. Our final stop was the biggest one yet. It's called the Ghost Palace. It's a giant resort that was built in the 1990s by, get this, the son of the president of Indonesia. The building was about 75% complete when one day it magically vanished. Well, not the building. The person. Some say it's incomplete due to money problems. Others think it's because of a curse. But during our travels in Bali, everyone we asked kept reacting really weirdly to this place.
You know the ghost hotel?
Yeah.
Is it haunted? Do you know? No. You don't know? Would you go there?
No.
It's too scary. Why was it abandoned?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, nobody seems to know this.
Sometimes people want to make everyone like
Scared.
scared.
We heard so many stories about it. Even our B&B person we asked, would he go there? And he just laughed and like shook his head. Nobody wanted to go there, yeah.
There had to be some reason nobody wanted to go inside. So we made our way into the mountains, and when we finally got there, we saw how big this place truly was. This place was an actual palace.
This is the one.
How you feeling?
A bit intimidated, I'm not gonna lie.
Alright, let's do this.
Let's do it.
We started on the ground floor, going past yellow tape, which was pretty creepy in itself. We saw a bar and a huge hallway. We entered some of the rooms and realized they were indeed made to be accommodations, and most of them had bathrooms and toilets.
Oh, that toilet is nasty-licious, baby. Oh. Is it?
That's nasty.
While I was walking, I thought it's always a bit eerie to see what could have been, isn't it? I mean, it was so close, but never got finished. As we walked down more stairs, the boys went ahead.
And the hallways just be leading to nowhere, just like my life right now.
What is that?
It's a roof.
What?
It was a mosque. Dika said people usually put them on the roof of buildings, but what was it doing down here? Who put it here? Had other people been here? When I walked even deeper into the south corner of the palace, I realized people had to have been here because we found footprints.
Look at this, bro. There's footprints all over the wall. But it's not just here. It's literally everywhere.
And judging by the marks, were done by different pairs of shoes.
Which makes this creepier. Doesn't it?
Look at these. They're actually moldy. Did we do it?
Go on.
At this point, we had walked into the other side of the ghost hotel and found a balcony on the other end.
We're not even 2 stories up in this place. That's crazy. I thought we had walked the whole place.
While getting some air, I saw something very out of place.
Kind of hard to see from here, but in all this graffiti, there's one extremely nice painting of a girl with heart signs. Yeah, it looks beautiful. We should try and go up there.
And it looked like it was a few floors up, but it also looked brand new. So we went up the stairs, saw more footprints, and a lot of Russian writing for some reason, and eventually came to the room that had the graffiti in it.
The graffiti looks like somewhat fresh. I don't know if you can see that. It's got the end marks on it, and it looks like it wasn't done that long ago. This looks brand new in a place that's really dilapidated.
Then I saw a name, Quint. I wrote the name down on my phone, and then made my way up one more huge staircase to the very top of the ghost palace. We had done it. We went from bottom to the top and all around the ghost palace. There was something eerie about the fact so much had been done, from the walls to the stairs and balconies. Yet it was fully abandoned, and it would now take more money to break it down and rebuild it. People from Bali possessed a superstition about not going inside this place, and Dika even said he wouldn't go inside, but changed his mind one day before and ended up enjoying it.
How did you feel about it?
I think I can do it nighttime, you know.
You can do it.
Yeah.
What?
And I can't say we saw any ghostly activity, but there was a lot of creepy things there.
Even as we're leaving, it's sort of creeping me out. But I don't know what.
And on the way back, I kept wondering about that name, Quint.
Maybe we'll find that artist.
I found Quint.
You found Quint?
Yeah.
Show me. Quint, English artist. Do you think Quint was there? I think we got something, guys.
And then we came across the most random coincidence possible.
Look at that name.
Mahardika.
Whose name is that? Whose name is that?
Oh, sorry guys.
What?
Sorry guys.
Even wilder was the fact I messaged him and he replied saying he did the graffiti on a day where it was wonderful outside and felt no ghostly vibes from the place at all. He also said to come down to a section of Bali to check out his art, even though he wouldn't be there at the moment. So we did.
Maybe his art is in here and maybe we'll get to talk to him or at least find out something.
After going inside, we walked around and saw all sorts of amazing artwork in the gallery. Also, Nick Cage.
What? That's the Ghost Rider sitting shirtless, staring at me sensually. I don't. How much is it?
We even talked to Sheila, one of the curators at the art gallery, and asked her about Quint, but also about the Ghost Hotel and if she would go there.
This is the Ghost Hotel, and there, this one.
Yeah.
We were exploring this one and we saw the artwork.
You went there making videos?
Yeah, we went somewhere else in New Zealand and he saw something I didn't.
Actually, I'm a horror fan, so
Oh really?
I like horror.
Would you go there?
I would.
You would?
I mean, like if I have friends who will go with
Yeah.
me, I would. I love anything horror.
Ah, if only we had met her sooner. When we walked to the very end of the second floor, I noticed Quint's work by the hearts he seemed to do in all of his artwork.
This is all Quint. Wow.
I had to take a piece home with me. So I looked at the price and
How much is this one?
2,000 too much. Yeah.
over the past few days, I visited Bali's most abandoned locations to answer some questions. So let's see how we did. Is the abandoned plane real? Yes, it was. And it also turned out to be a very nice surprise. Locals were able to turn this once abandoned plane into a shisha cafe and attract business. Great. Finally, I can smoke inside of a plane. Jokes. Smoking is bad for you, please don't do it. Confirmed. Was the theme park actually going to be a theme park? It's very likely that it was. And with proof of a temple, many rooms, and film, we can put this one to bed. Confirmed. Are there really 1 million bats inside the bat cave? Yes, maybe, I don't know. But I have never seen this many bats before in one place in my life. All I know is that I am not going in the cave. Confirmed? And finally, is the ghost hotel really haunted? I'll let Quint tell it best. Just a breeze and a beautiful view. Maybe it's because I come there with love. Yeah, and although everyone seemed to be scared to go there, I'm pretty sure this one's busted. Oh, and by the way, like I said before, I had to have something of Quint's art to take home with me. I couldn't just leave empty-handed.
So I'm now outside London in a place called Brick Lane, and it's said that the artist Quint actually is here. So instead of buying a painting for $2,000, I took a flight which cost more money so I could take a picture of his art here. Someone needs to handle my finances. So it's right through this tunnel, guys. Well, at least I think it is. So this is the exact same place where Quint did his latest art, and I came here only to find out that someone's painted over it, which is really bad. I think that's still sort of his logo here. But there's only really one thing to do now.
Let me sax you up, shorty.
If you like this video, click on this one. I'm pretty sure you're gonna like this too.